I'm Woody, and this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Hey Woody, do you know what the luckiest plant is? A meatpacking plant? No, a clover. They're these tiny little plants that bring luck. Luck, you say? Is there any luck in the form of a juicy steak around here? Sorry, Woody, no steaks today. But if you're lucky, maybe you'll find a 4-leaf clover. 4 leaves? Pfft, I'll take a steak with 4 servings instead. Well, maybe if you eat enough clover, you'll turn into a vegetarian tiger. Yeah, right. Maybe you'll turn into a clover if you eat enough of them. Touché, Woody, touché. In today's book, all Roy the wild boar wants is to enjoy his precious patch of delicious clover. But every time he turns around, his tasty treasure seems to be shrinking. Let's get started. How to Catch a Clover Thief by Elise Parsley. The stems were tall, the leaves were large. Roy couldn't believe his luck. All this clover patch needed were those sweet white blossoms, and then he could gobble up his very favorite snack. They were nearly ready. He just needed to be patient.
Don't even think about stealing my patch of clover, Jarvis,
said Roy, eyeing his neighbor. Jarvis shook his head. Heavens, I wouldn't even think of it, Roy. After all, clover is hard to come by in these woods, and you found it first. It clearly belongs to you.
It does, said Roy. Now go away, it's about to bloom.
Say, you know what you need, Roy, old buddy? Here, this cookbook will help you plan some new recipes while you wait for those delightful blossoms. Jarvis hopped off while Roy kept an eye on his clover and read the first recipe and the second recipe. The third recipe called for mulberries and mushrooms. When Roy returned from his foraging, his patch was smaller. The next day, Jarvis skipped into the clearing. What's the matter, Roy?
Go away, Jarvis. My clover is ready to bloom, but there's a clover thief around here, so I've got to stand guard day and night.
My, said Jarvis. You know what you're going to need, Roy? A proper campsite. Here, this guidebook will give you the tips and tricks. Roy resisted.
I've been having a bit of trouble lately. You see, I'm always hungry, and I heard that books can solve problems, so I thought I'd give it a try.
That's a unique approach to problem solving. Let's pick out a book together to see if we can find a solution to your hunger.
How about The Very Hungry Caterpillar?
I'm not sure eating through an entire grocery store is the solution we're looking for.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
That might be a bit difficult to arrange. Let's keep looking for something more practical. How about Stone Soup? It's about sharing and working together to make something delicious out of very little.
That sounds interesting. Maybe if I share my hunger with others, it'll feel lighter, and we can cook up something tasty together.
Exactly, Woody. Sharing and cooperation can make even the smallest meal satisfying. But finally, he picked up the book and pitched a tent and built a campfire. And by the time Roy finished carving out a canoe, his patch was even smaller. The next day, Jarvis peeked into the clearing.
Go away, Jarvis,
Roy yelled.
I'm hungry and I'm mad and I've been staying away guarding this patch day and night, and that's all I will do until I get my clover blossoms.
Roy, said Jarvis, do you know what you need?
Let me guess, another book?
No, Jarvis giggled. Company. Mind if I...
Oh, all right,
shouted Joy. You're going to love this one, said Jarvis. It's a textbook I've been reading about recent advancements in aerospace engineering.
I don't even know what aerospace engineering is,
cried Roy. You will soon enough. Listen to this. And Roy listened for a while. Then it was nothing but orbital inclination and nose. When Roy woke up, the clover was completely eaten up, right down to the nubbins. Oh no, Woody. Someone stole our lunch from the staff room fridge again.
That's unforgivable. I was looking forward to devouring a hearty meal today.
I know, right? And I had packed my favorite sandwich with all the fixins.
Don't worry, Adam. I'll use my tiger instincts to track down the culprit. No one messes with our lunch and gets away with it.
Easy there, Woody. We don't want you prowling the hallways like a hungry predator. Let's think this through.
But I can already smell the scent of our missing lunch. It's like an irresistible aroma pulling me towards the cafeteria.
Hold your stripes, Woody. We need to approach this stealthily. Maybe we can set a trap or catch them red-handed.
I like the way you think, Adam. Let's set up a lunchbox booby trap. I'll hide behind the door, and you can lure them in with promises of a delicious snack.
All right, but remember, we need to catch them without causing a scene. We don't want to end up in the principal's office explaining why there's a tiger roaming the school halls.
How can this be? Cried Roy. Then he froze and snarled. Wait, where is that gopher? Oh, hi, Roy, Jarvis gulped. Did I hear that your Clover is completely gone? That's terrible. Sheesh. And after all you've done to protect it, so... What are you gonna do? Jarvis, said Roy, I think you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a book. Jarvis squeaked. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, of course, a book. The perfect way to pass the time while your Clover grows back. Off you go, Roy. Roy rushed to the library, and while he waited for his Clover to grow, Roy read, and reread, and looked up words he didn't know, and read some more. And Roy didn't see Jarvis for weeks, but when he did, Roy was ready, and he had just needed the right book.
I can't believe that our trap worked.
It does seem a bit hard to believe that we could use a cardboard box with a stick and a sandwich as bait underneath.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Poor Miss Jenkins.
Yeah, teaching third grade must be tough this year.
No doubt, she was so distracted she didn't even realize that she was taking other people's lunches.
I'm still a bit suspicious.
As you always are around food.
I'm very protective.
I prefer to give people the benefit of the doubt. Just like I have no doubt that if you like this video, you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Adam.
And I'm Woody.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way.
Did you know there are approximately 10,000 three-leaf clovers for every lucky four-leaf clover? There are no clover plants that naturally produce four leaves, which is why four-leaf clovers are so rare. The leaves of four-leaf clovers are said to stand for faith, hope, love, and luck.